Hello everyone, I'm Renee Lobo and welcome to the Renee Lobo Report, bringing you issues of topical interest. Today my guest has come from West Bengal, Mr. Tapan Ghosh, and he's a community activist, a social reformer. He's the president of the Hindu Samhati of West Bengal. He's also has written many books, including books on Dr. Ambedkar, who is the father of the Indian Constitution, the fate of Hindus in West Bengal, as well as on Swadeshi movement. So he's here to tell us all about his activities in West Bengal and the reforms that he's tied up with. And we're very happy to have you here with us, Mr. Ghosh. Thank you. I know it's been a very tight visit. You've just come back from Washington, D.C.
Yeah, just.
And tell us now, tell us the purpose of your visit to the United States.
Actually, I have been invited by Indian American Intellectual Forum and Temple Society of North America to observe a Hindu Unity Day.
Right.
Which was on 8th August in Ganesh Temple in Flushing.
Right.
And also I was invited to attend a Hindu Memorial Day on 14th August in Houston. That was organized by the Hindu Congress of America. These two organizations invited me to attend their program, and therefore I came to America.
I see. So you are doing a lot in uniting Hindus, especially in West Bengal. But I believe that they're almost 83% in that state are Hindus. So is there a need for, this kind of...
Actually, the situation now has been drastically changed. Now Hindus population decreased to 70% or 71%. No, 70% Hindus now in West Bengal.
So originally they were over 83%.
Yes, in 1947 when India was divided and Bengal was divided and East Pakistan was created, at that time Hindus were 81% at that time in 1947, and Muslims were 19%. But within these 63 years the Hindu population has decreased into 70%, Christian about 1%, and Muslims, their number increased from 19% to 29%. So that is the exact position now in West Bengal. And also in 3 districts Hindu have become minority.
And these are, which are the 3 districts?
Murshidabad, Malda and North Dinajpur. These 3 districts Muslim have become, they became majority, and Hindu have become minority. And apart from these 3 districts, there are at least 65 developmental blocks among these districts which are Muslim majority and Hindu minority.
Yeah. How did this shift take place?
Because in our India, unfortunately, although it is called a secular state and democratic state, but there are 2 separate laws under our constitution for the Muslims and non-Muslims. Non-Muslims have to observe single marry, one marry rule, but Muslims are allowed to marry 4 times. They are allowed to maintain 4 wives simultaneously, and they do not observe family planning. Their rate of growth is much more. Just if you take the decade wise the growth rate of Muslims and non-Muslims, then you will see that in the last decade the Hindu growth rate was 14% and Muslim growth rate was about 26%. So number one, they do not observe family planning, and their rate of growth is much more higher. And another very important reason is that the illegal migrants from Bangladesh, they come over to India crossing, because we have a porous border. There is no natural boundary, no hill, no river, no natural boundary. So in lakhs, in millions, these illegal migrants, they come from Bangladesh to India, and their first destination is West Bengal or Assam. Therefore these 2 provinces, Assam and West Bengal, its situation has become very sensitive.
Right. And what is the government of West Bengal doing about this?
Actually, government of West Bengal, they are till now communist government, and government of India, Congress government. Both the government are run by the political parties, And these political parties, they bow under the pressure of the Muslim vote bank, because they have a pattern of voting. They get their instruction from their religious heads and they vote there. Therefore, every political party, they are after, they do everything to appease these minority religious leaders to get their vote. Therefore, although the government, they try to stop the illegal migrants all, but their cadres, their supporters in the lower level, they appease the leaders because they need vote, and therefore government is almost ineffective in these regards. And also police is bribed, police is corrupt. Therefore this illegal migration and all other things, atrocities on the Hindus, the women trafficking, all things are going on.
I'll talk to you about the human trafficking also, because that's a very, very major issue, human trafficking, which has become a global crisis. But you talked about the family planning, but it's the people's choice what they want to do, how many kids they want to have, what religion they want to follow. So how do you work with that kind of mindset?
Of course, it is people's choice, but government machinery is almost imposing the family control planning upon the Hindus. The health workers, they go to the rural poor Hindu areas. They insist upon the poor Hindus that you have to do that operation, sterilization, etc., so that you don't have much kid.
So they're targeting towards the Hindus and not to any other minority groups?
Yeah, because they do not dare to enter in the minority area.
Why is this?
Because their mullahs will chase them. Therefore, the government authority is almost ineffective and non-existent in the minority areas. Even it does cases in Delhi also. There is one slum area, Silampur Basti. There police can't enter. You know, in 1984, in our Calcutta, one very bright, upright police officer, he was an IPS officer. His name was DC Port Binod Mehta, Deputy Commissioner of the port area, because there is a Calcutta port. And Binod Mehta just chased a smuggler, and he entered in a minority area, and he was brutally killed. And it is very unfortunate that police cannot dare to enter in the minority areas and do that. And therefore health workers, they are not actually permitted to enter in these minority areas. People just thrust them out. So, and you know, that there is a big campaign of polio vaccine. Right. Even the campaign from the mosque, no, don't take that polio vaccine. It will make you impotent. And therefore, since long time, the Muslims are refusing to take even the polio vaccine to save their children. And therefore, all these disease, you know, these paralysis and all these things, these are among them much. Because they have a suspicion that with this polio vaccine, government or America is trying to impose.
So then there is a need for education and awareness.
Yes, the need for education is, of course, there. But one thing is more necessary, that we have to motivate and convince the mullahs, the maulvis, the imams. But how they will be convinced? Because their scripture tells them to make the whole world Darul Islam, and it is their new, in the head counting democracy, the number matters, and therefore they are increasing their number.
So now, as President of the Hindu Samhati of West Bengal, what are the activities?
Actually, our main activity is to rescue the poor Hindu girls and women, particularly minor age girls, who are being kidnapped, abducted and sold either in the brothels of Delhi, Bombay, Pune, or they are being trafficked to Middle East. these poor parents, they cannot go to, they go to police station, but since police is taking bribe from these traffickers, so they do not register the case. And if the parents happen to know about us, they come to us, then we help them to register the case, to search their kids and to rescue them. And even after rescuing them, it is our duty to rehabilitate them. This and apart from this, there are many incidents of atrocities upon Hindus, particularly desecration of our temples, breaking of our deities, and molestation of our Hindu girls, particularly in the girls' schools and colleges, and particularly in the time of festivals. And there we try to protect the honor of the Hindu women and protect our temples and deities, and also the land grabbing that is also going on in all these. And there we try to protect the honor of the Hindu women and protect our temples and deities, and also the land grabbing that is also going on in all these cases. We just try to.
How many incidents of human trafficking is going on and molestation of women?
Actually, just a few months back, we had now a RTI Act, Right to Information Act passed in there. And under that act, I personally applied in one district, and I mentioned 7 police stations. To the Superintendent of Police, please tell me in 1 year, 2008, how many kidnap cases has been registered with your police station. And we got there at least in 1 year, 300 girls have been kidnapped, whose case has been just written complaint has been made. There are so many cases where the poor parents could not able to register their written complaint.
So now once they register, and those who have not even registered, there's a lot, as you mentioned, over 300 in 1 year. What is the government doing? What is the community over there doing? And how is the Hindu Samhati responding to this kind of crisis?
See, perhaps you know that in our country, unfortunately, no human rights activism is much less there, and therefore these girls trafficking and women trafficking do not come in the focus of the media, and therefore and particularly the girls are kidnapped from the poorer families who are not the opinion makers, and therefore these things are many times these are subsided and do not get the proper attention, and therefore government is also sleeping. Their officers are taking money from the traffickers and they are sleeping. Every police officer, almost every police officers are corrupt. I'm sorry to say.
So even the law enforcement has to be more accountable with what's happening over there. Exactly. So you're saying the media also is not giving that much of attention. So your Hindu Samhati is taking on the fight on this?
Yeah. Our work is to rescue them. Our work is to help the poor parents to rescue their girls. It is our main area. And since we are not a political party, therefore this protest, yes, we do protest, but to pressurize the police station, to pressurize the police this much.
And even if you're pressurizing the police over there, the law enforcement, still things are not happening the way they should be. I mean, there's no accountability about, where these girls are going. I believe you're saying they're going to Middle East as well.
Yeah. We rescued girls from the Delhi brothel, we rescued girls from the Pune brothel.
Right. So did you have this continued? I mean, have you taken on this cause to the federal government to talk to them about this, what to be done, because this can become a major issue?
Since this has no political fallout, the voting is not influenced by this
whole issue.
Therefore, nobody.
But have you talked to foreign media as well about this issue, about human trafficking?
Till now I did not get chance of that, because this is my first time abroad in any Western countries, and here I am getting some attention regarding this.
So what has been the feedback so far when you've talked to the press over here?
And they are very much concerned, and also I met with one staffer of one congressman, Ed Royce. Today morning I met with Heritage Foundation,
Right.
Miss Lisa Ray, and I raised to all this trafficking question.
And are they going to help you with this, to fight this cause?
They are very much concerned, but I think I don't know how they can intervene in internal matter. I requested them to pressurize, to put pressure on Indian government to take notice of it.
What about some social groups over there, you know, community activists who can take on this struggle with you on human trafficking?
Yes, yeah. These social activists, they are also doing something, not that some organizations or some NGOs are there, they are also doing something, but the problem is so huge, and these social organizations, including us, have so little network. They in the remote area of the rural districts, their girls are being kidnapped. The news does not come to us. Some neighboring areas of Calcutta, neighboring districts of Calcutta, we get news from this. We come to know, yes, some girl has been kidnapped from some remote place, but their parent cannot come to us, even cannot reach to Calcutta. This is the situation.
What can the Indian American community over here do in this?
If Indian American media raise this question, just ask some government authority that how many cases have been registered of girls kidnapping or women kidnapping, and it will put pressure on them, on the authority, on the government authority and officers, that the matter is going out.
So I mean, like putting pressure on the West Bengal government?
Both, to the Home Department of West Bengal, also Home Department of the federal government, national government.
Right. So if anybody is watching the show, you have a website, www.hindusamhati.org.
Hindusamhati.org.
So can they do something through your website? The viewers are watching and who would like to help you with this cause.
Actually, when we rescue the girls, naturally it is we should not put their photos on the site.
Exactly. Because
it will create hurdle to rehabilitating them.
Absolutely.
In our Indian conservative society, the girl has to be married.
Right.
There will be some difficulties are there. Even then, we give some, if people contact who are interested in this, if they contact us, then we will seek their help in specific cases, in particular cases. There are even a lot of cases registered with me,
right,
which we could not till now solve, which we could not rescue the girls. If people they want to, even we know the girl is there, but we cannot rescue them.
But you need resources at the same time, you need that awareness of course, but at the same time you got to work with the law enforcement to find the culprits who are, perpetrators of the crime. So how do you plan to do that? Because you're saying that the police is hand in glove with the kidnappers.
We are an NGO which is absolutely law abiding. Our every work is there. So always first we go to police. Always we request them to help to rescue.
But you're saying they're not cooperating with you on this?
Yes, because they have been bribed. And sometimes they got angry upon us that why we are taking so much interest. And even then we try through them. It is our duty.
And then secondly, you need resources for the rehab for the girls.
Yeah.
And how much will that come down to? Because you're talking like there's so many hundreds of cases every year.
Yeah, yeah.
And do you have a center where you give them counseling?
Actually, in our Indian society, when a girl is rescued, firstly she goes to her parents, or sometimes is her neighboring persons are known that the girl had been kidnapped, then the parent keep the girl in with some relative's house in a distant place, and there we counsel the girl, there we convince the girl that don't worry, you now do some study, you try to take a certificate, a matriculation certificate, and get
How
married.
old are these girls that are being kidnapped? What is the age group?
15 years, 16 years, sometimes 14 years, 18 years, these are.
That's at a very young age they have to face this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So you say they'd go to a relative's place for counseling and then for higher studies.
Yeah. Actually, we have no center to keep them in one place or counseling.
So in each one's relatives' homes that you're trying to help them out. And has there been any help from anyone else besides your Hindu Samhati? Any other NGOs who are trying to collaborate on this? You said that the NGOs were helping you out.
No, the NGOs, they also help the parents.
Right.
There are some.
What about some human rights organizations?
Human rights organizations, they are mainly after political or semi-political issues they take. They do not pay much attention in this unfortunate part.
But on a global level, the global human rights organizations, are they trying to help you out?
It is most welcome, but till now we could not reach them. We are trying for it. Till now we could not reach them.
But now that you've been here, were you able to, help getting them to that point?
There are a few meetings, programs held in USA with me, and everywhere I put focus on this issue, and I hope my friends here, they will do the follow-up work.
Because there's organizations called like Breakthrough Human Rights Watch, who can probably be partners in helping these, girls to get back on track.
I am not very much aware of all these organizations, but I think my friends here, they will do the work and they will connect us with those organizations.
And lastly, Mr. Ghosh, what would be your message to our community over here, how they can, help you out, besides, of course, going to your website and...
अब थोड़ा हिंदी में कहना चाहता हूँ। मेरा अमेरिका में बसे हुए जो भारत के निवासी हैं, उनसे मैं इतना कहना चाहता हूँ कि जिस तरह कश्मीर से सभी हिंदू का एक्सोडस हो गया, हिंदू आज वहाँ रह नहीं सकते इन द कश्मीर वैली, उसी तरह की स्थिति आज असम और बंगाल में हो सकता है, बिकॉज देयर इज ए ड्रास्टिक चेंज इन द डेमोग्राफिक पैटर्न इन द होल ऑफ ईस्टर्न इंडिया। इसलिए जिस तरह सन 1947 में जिस तरह हमारा देश का एक बार बंटवारा हुआ था, उसी तरह एक दोबारा बंटवारा होने का खतरा बना है, और अगर हिंदुस्तान की इस तरह बार बार डिवीजन होता है तो फिर पूरे दुनिया में, संसार में हिंदुस्तान की, इंडिया की इमेज और बहुत खराब हो जाएगा। और अगर हिंदुस्तान में हिंदू खत्म हो जाएगा तो दुनिया में कहीं पर भी हिंदू का इज्जत नहीं बचेगा, हिंदू का प्रेस्टीज नहीं बचेगा। इसलिए भारत में भारत की नेशनल इंटीग्रिटी को कायम रखने के लिए अमेरिका में जो बसे हुए अमेरिकन भारतीय मूल के अमेरिकन निवासी है, वो इस तरफ ध्यान दे और अपने पुण्य भूमि भारत को और शक्तिशाली ताकतवर करने के लिए अपना थोड़ा योगदान दे, इतना ही मेरा उनसे मैसेज है।
Again, the website for Mr. Tapan Ghosh is www.hindusamhati.org, and if you'd like to get in touch with that organization, you can go to the website and help them out with this big cause that he's taken on human trafficking, which is a very serious issue. And thank you very much, Mr. Tapan Ghosh, for coming here today. I'm Renee Lobo. Thank you so much for watching.
Good.